Hi everyone and welcome to another video on Turn to Data. So in today's video, we are going to solve another question on the DataLemur website. If you are not familiar with DataLemur, you can watch my previous videos where I have solved almost 7 to 8 questions so far. Today we are going to solve another SQL question which was asked in the company Robinhood. Cities with completed trades. It's a easy question. So let's see how this works. I'll just quickly read out the question. Assume you're given a table that contains completed trade orders and user details in a Robinhood trading system. Write a query to retrieve the top 3 cities that have the highest number of completed trade listed in descending order. And you have 2 tables here. One is the trades table. There is an example of how the trades table looks like. And then you have the users table and an example of the user table. Now, the way you want to output your query is you want 2 columns, city and total orders. And this is just an example of how the output might look like. The actual output would depend on the actual table that you query. Okay. So we'll do one thing. Let me just open up a whiteboard. So what I have done is I have shown both the tables to you. You can typically go here on the right side and query your table. So just select star from trades, run the code, you would get this table. I have not shown you the whole table in the whiteboard, just a piece of it, because I just want to show you the logic what we are using in order to find the output. Now, if you look at the question closely, it says find top 3 cities with highest number of completed trade orders in descending order. So we have basically divided our query or the actual problem statement into 3 different sections. First one is top 3 cities. This is what you would select, and this is what the second line is what you would provide in your conditions, and eventually you would use the sorting method to kind of put it in an ascending or descending order. All right. Now, if you look at these tables, there are 2 tables, so obviously we will have to join these tables to get the data. Top 3 cities. So cities is something that you would get from the user table because city only appears in the user table, and highest number of completed orders. So the completed status is visible only in trades table. So in any case, you have to join these 2 tables and find out. Okay. Now, what is the primary key in this table? It's order ID, but it also has a user ID, which now acts as a foreign key in another table. So you have user ID, which is the common key across both these tables. Okay. So let's see how we frame this query or how we build this query. So the first thing that I'm going to do, let me just enlarge this a bit. Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is select what I need. So the way the output that I need is in this format. I need city and total orders. So I'm going to say select city, comma, total orders. Now, the thing is, there's no column named total orders. We have the user ID, city, email, sign up date, and then we have order ID, user ID, quantity, status, and date price. So in this case, the total orders would typically be the count of your order IDs. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a count of order ID and I'm naming this column as total orders. Which table is it that I want these 2 columns from? Obviously the users table. I'm going to call this U, or let's just call this users. And now I want to join this with the initial table, which was trades. What you have to do now is put a condition. What should be the condition of your join? So in this case, you're joining these tables using user ID and user ID from the trades table. So user ID from users table and user ID from trades table is what will be used to join these two tables. What comes next is your where clause. Now if you go back to the question again, with highest number of completed trade orders. So the condition here is status should equal to completed. Yeah. And if you remember, you have used an aggregate function in the select statement. So you'll have to use a group by clause, and you'll have to use a group by with whatever is not part of the aggregate function. So city is not an aggregate function here, so I'm using city here. What else? The final thing that you have to do, or let's do one thing. Let's run this query. I'll scroll down and run this code. So now I'm getting city, total orders, and if you notice the total orders are in random fashion. What I need to do now is sort them out in descending order. So order by total orders in descending format, and the last thing that I need is just the top 3 orders or top 3 cities. So I'll just run this code once again, and now I have the top 3 cities with their completed number of orders. How do I verify this? I can just go ahead and click on submit, and you can see my response has been accepted. That's basically it, how this query would work. You can take a look at this query. If you want to explore more solutions, you can go to the discussions forum where many people have posted their responses or the way they have completed this query. There are multiple ways you can solve this query, and if you want to look at the standard results which DataLemur provides, you can go to the solution tab as well. So that's basically it, how this whole question works. And if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you are coming to the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video. And I'll try to post more videos going forward. I know that I have not been posting much videos in the past few months, but this is a start again. So I'm planning to come up with more videos, and we are also planning to create a playlist where you can learn SQL from basics as well. So thanks again for watching this whole video. I'll be in touch. I'll come up with another video very shortly. Thanks again and have a great day.